Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the monarchs of wrestling proudly bring to you the Super PPV slash PLE weekend reaction episode. So, just in case you may have forgot, haven't been paying attention, between AEW and WWE, there were four, four PPV slash PLEs on this weekend. 3 of them on Saturday. And I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying 2 of them I like. One of them was absolute dumpster juice, in my opinion. And then Sunday was the chef's kiss. A certain je ne sais quoi was there for Evolution 2. But we will get into all that. But joining me tonight in the monarchy, as always, is this gentleman up here to my, I'm going to say, left for you guys. One, the Playmaker. Hello, Mr. Playmaker. How are you today?
Why are you? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask. Look here. Yeah, we got too much to talk about. You ain't getting the off the top fire. But there will be some flaming going on. That's all I can say.
And joining us back from his sabbatical, the one and the only Mr. Cole Johnson. You've seen him in the comments many times. You know, blasphemous things will be said, especially by me and him. That's just normal, so don't be surprised. And then Mr. Playmaker, he might surprise us and hit us with a little wildness itself. I'm always for it. Gentlemen, we're going to get right into things because we got a lot to cover. So, Mr. Playmaker, we are on the NXT TNA pay-per-view because I'm never separating these two because they're one thing to me in my mind, which was the Great American Bash.
Well. What a way to kick off a crazy behind weekend with the Great American Bash. The young OG knocked off Jasper Troy. I didn't even know that was a match on the card, to be honest. But that actually threw me for a darn loop. And then Jasper Troy gets beat. It was just like a double whammy for me. I like Javon Evans, but you had Jasper Troy come in as a monster. He did what he did over Femi, even though he lost the title match, and then all of a sudden are we trying to figure out what to do with Jasper Troy, or what are we doing with Jasper Troy? So I'm getting mixed signals over here. I don't know how you feel, Coop, but I'm getting mixed signals over here.
I told you what they be doing, man. They build these dudes up to go up against Femi. Punk step up, they get beat down, and they show us who they really are. That's what's happening.
So they're holding them. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Beating the Hogan
up so that Femi could get another win. And now they're showing us what they really feel about him.
Yeah. Feeding the Hogan. They take an L, and they fall all the way down to what they, like you said, what they really going to be. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, you need to do better.
Yep.
In that department. He needs to do better. Now, that is out the way. North American Championship for the ladies. Izzy Dane challenging Sue Roca for the title. Cole Johnson, I have a question. Did anybody ever come get Tatum Paxley off the ground?
You know, I'm liking the fact they're having her in the culling. She seems to fit pretty well there, and obviously, I know there's some good history between her and Izzy Dane, so I get that. But why did they treat her like a crash test dummy? No, we can just throw her in, do anything, and just have her, just basically just have her be a dumpster fire that fills up time, and we can laugh at her, we can poke fun at her being silly or stupid, and then we can have our fun with other things.
Cool. Do you mind if I help if I help the kids out here?
Not
I
at
know
all,
this ain't
sir.
part of the program. So any of my kids out there that want to play football and you want to hit somebody, just have Zarya spearing Tatum on replay. That's how you hit somebody.
She's done it to that poor girl more than once.
Cool. Was that not a perfect foreign spear of a tackle?
That reminded me of Braun Breaker and Carlito. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, she speared the priest off Tatum.
Yes, she did.
That's it.
Yes,
Wow. That's not even guys that
hit.
play in the NFL who get paid to do that. Hit like that.
All I saw in my mind was Braun Breaker coming down that ramp and destroying Carlito.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I give props to Carlito though. Carlito, after that, he went on Twitter and tweeted about his own figure. I was like, Carlito, you something else for that one.
He did get dealt with, though. He did get dealt with.
Zarya spelled Tatum passes so hard. Easy thing didn't even know what to do afterwards.
That's when you know it's real. But nobody even knows how to act. That's when you know it's real.
Which led to her getting her snow snatched by Soruka. And she keeps the North American Women's Championship. That was what would play a role into another match down the road. Now, speaking of physicality, there'll be quite, if there was to have a most physical match of the year candidate, this is one of them for sure. Just when you thought Ethan Page and Ricky Saints can't do anything more, what they did Saturday.
They called you a lie with that match.
That was a experience in brutality.
Wow. The chemistry between those two is straight up off the charts.
They should have played Rhea Ripley's theme song for that match.
Because I mean the stuff they did to each other was ridiculous.
And those of you you marks out in the IWC, you can have a match that doesn't need to be drawing blood. Ricky Saints and Ethan Page just proved it on Saturday.
Right. And it's still brutal and it's still physical and it's still violent. Right. Because
don't need to have 30 people bleeding at one time.
And violent. Because that match was physical, brutal, and violent.
I'm wondering, well, is anyone new to was going to walk out of Atlanta?
I wonder if they did walk out of Atlanta. Both of them.
Jeez. I mean, we doing back body draws on the top edge of the chair, not the bottom, the top edge of the chair. Like, wait a minute, that's not how. I don't even want to know how that feels. I really don't want to know how that feels. And then Ethan Page said, I'm going to end this with a simple, I'm tossing you, Ricky Saints, with the... Was that about 10 feet in the air?
Probably. I'd say the stage to the table, that probably about 10 feet.
Jeez. Just tossing with Eagle's edge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the late Scott Hall, but you never did a Rager's Edge that was as stunning as that one.
That's why that's mentality.
I would have been shocked.
North American title.
I would have been shocked if after that move, that match still continued. I was like, oh, that has to be the end.
I'm kid you not. As soon as that said, pin that man now.
That has to be the end. Yeah.
If they was to do a category of most brutality match for the year, that is up there. That is a nomination. And the crazy thing is, we got multiple nominations in one weekend. Ain't even get to the other one yet.
Yeah. We did.
Okay, how can I put this? The non-needed moment of the night. Not the weekend.
Not needed.
Not needed. Not needed. Not needed. No, I'm saying of the night, not of the weekend, of the night, of the show. We having a contract signing for the TNA title that's going to take place this weekend.
Yeah, you're right.
Not needed.
Not needed. You're right. That was not needed.
Not needed. We talked about that last week. Not needed.
Not needed then, and not needed after we saw it.
And not needed forever.
Before you continue setting this up, Playmaker, what was the point in having this contract signing for Slammiversary to be on Great American Bash?
Because it's NXT and they had to have the TNA part represented. NXT
Sad, and that's with a T. SADT. Sad.
Anything else?
I'm sorry. Continue, sir.
Is there anything else? Just want to make sure now. So we heard from Joe Hendry, we heard from Mike Santana, we heard from Trick Williams, and I still hate the fact that he's up here saying tricking it. I still hate that darn phrase.
I guess he's doing his job.
Darn tricking it.
Hollywood Trick is doing his job.
Now,
Hollywood Trick. I like that, sir.
Here's the interesting part. Cool. They showed up. They showed up.
Oh, and then there you mean Dark State.
Yeah, they showed up.
Yes, they did.
They showed up and they took out the TNA guys. After the TNA guys took out Trick. Which prompted Ava to... Why they have Ava do this? Like, why?
This was funny.
Why they had Ava do this? Like, why? I'm not blaming Ava. I'm blaming Sean for this. Why you have Ava set this darn matchup? So now tomorrow night, if I so chooses to, I have to watch Trick Williams, Mike Santana, and Joe Hendry go against Dark State. Why?
The most entertaining part about this 6-man tag was that segment.
And they
that match ain't gonna be entertaining.
And you talking about Trick Williams is somehow with Dark State. Trick was like, did y'all forget they beat me up too?
But Ava playing stupid.
Cool. Please help me.
Joe Hendry's interest is going to be the best part of this. No, that's not true. Yeah, it is because Booker T won't be there, so that is going to be the best part. Joe Hendry's interest.
Booker T ain't going to be there. Why Booker T ain't going to be there?
I'm thinking about the pay-per-view.
You talking about Slammiversary?
Yeah, I'm talking about Slammiversary.
There's
not going to be anything exciting about this match.
I was talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, Joe Hendry can't even save Slammiversary.
So hold on, let me get this straight.
Yeah, Trick's interest would be the best thing about tomorrow.
Let me get this straight. So don't we have Trick Williams with First Class?
In TNA, yes.
And
And then I'll be
only,
saying,
when he's in Trick and A, yes, but he's not. This is gonna be a technically a NXT match, sort of, kind of.
but we are putting. You see what I'm doing
First
here?
class.
We are putting
First class.
Trick Williams in two groups. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yes.
That's
First
not
class
what
TNA.
we're trying to do.
No.
You know
That's
what I'm
what.
But I think that's what I think
NXT
that's what TNA
is
doing,
trying.
and yeah, I think that probably also what Paul is doing too. So yes, you have he'll be a part of First Class and Dark State. So they're gonna have Trick run with the gang.
You zip it. D.
Oh man.
NXT Championship.
What'd I say?
Not you. I was telling myself to shut up.
Oh.
Obafemi against Yukishi. And I'm sorry, I had to put Cole Johnson out here. Cole Johnson thought Josh Briggs was a heel the whole time.
Yes, I still do. Because that dude is a ball of nothing. I will tell the wonderful Monos Wrestling audience exactly what I said to one Mr. Playmaker. I said, "Wait a minute, Josh Briggs did a heel turn. I thought he was a heel already." They said, "No, and I still don't think he really did a turn. I just think he just acted more of himself." But that ball of nothing, you actually consider this ball of nothing doing something? I mean, heck, I've heard crickets make more noise in that crowd when Briggs does something. And this is what I actually said to Playmaker at to end it. I was like, look, Briggs should have been gone from NXT or NXTNA along with Jensen Brooks. God.
So he became a babyface because he kept losing tag team partners left and right, and people felt sorry for him. Until Amore became his tag team partner.
I mean, a bunch of nuns felt sorry for him?
Cool, am I lying?
No, I'm not saying you lying. I'm just saying he. How can I put this?
That was the story that
Yeah.
they were going with. I'll say that.
How can I put this? Stevie Wonder would draw more interest sleeping than Josh Briggs.
Ouch.
I have a great way that you might want to put it, sir. Paint
Sir,
drying
yes.
is more exciting than Josh Briggs.
Yes.
Paint drying is more exciting than Josh Briggs.
Hence why I was like, Josh Briggs did a heel turn. Since when?
His face is a heel turn.
No, Amore told him he wanted to do it with honor. Okay, he's from that culture where they do things with honor. So he wanted to go in his match against Obafemi with honor.
I like him. I like him a lot.
And then Josh Briggs, whatever dumb reason he came up with, decided to use the title on Obafemi, which was stupid.
Right.
Not even more stupid. He kept the title in his stupid hand.
After. Mm-hmm.
And then what Yokishi saw him with, it was like, so that's why I got the upper finish all of a sudden. And then Obafemi did what he does. Give you a fall from grace. And you're done. But so the ruler, Cool McCain, is still ruling the NXT.
Was there ever any doubt?
No.
For me.
But now I have a feeling I have to deal with Josh Briggs fighting Obafemi now. Especially after that backstage segment.
And yes, Wise. Fallon Henry was the star of those three.
I ain't get to that. Hey, I ain't get to them
Jensen,
yet.
Briggs, Jensen, and her. Yes, I know.
So we'll go ahead and throw this for everybody.
I love Wise. I love Wise.
No, you need to throw that other one up. We started at the beginning. We're gonna go ahead and comment it up real quick.
I don't know.
Because I ain't even done yet. I ain't even getting to them yet. But that other bet wise ain't pulling no bunches.
Why? Yeah, why is treating Arnold like Boston?
Benny Boom says AEW is outdoing WWE. That's my opinion. Hey man, this is a place for opinions. This is definitely a place for opinions.
That's your opinion.
And that's all I got to say about that.
That's your opinion.
Wise in the building, stuck in my mom podcast. He says, "Good evening, my brothers. Good
What's up,
evening,
my brother?
Wise.
Good evening, my mentality brothers. Good to see you, bro."
He also says Mike Santana will be next TNA champion.
Honestly, question is when. She should be. The question is when, because
you know how to do with Joe Hendry. They waited a year too late.
Yeah, because it sounds like what Santana's promos, they're leaning toward him being the next one.
But like you said, when will that be?
Yeah.
Wise also says basically Trick going to be a hoe. Yep. That's how seems like that's how they playing, my man.
They're gonna be pimped out to the highest or lowest bidder. Yeah.
Lowest bidder looks like, but yeah. He also says so Fallon was the star of those three.
Mm-hmm.
He did like I be doing sometimes, and you just get anybody get you.
But yes.
Then El Hugo says whoop whoop. And then stuck in my mind, he says Slammiversary.
He thinks Santana's going to win at Slammiversary.
You know what? I wouldn't even be mad because I don't care about Trick as TNA champion. Like I don't care.
I don't either.
You skipped the comment though.
Personally, I think I think he's saving it. But no, I personally
no, he's talking about the mess we just talked about with Open Femi.
But I'm personally thinking though that it's time for Trick to. I hate to say it. It's time for Trick to go to the main roster. Although I know they probably will not know what the heck to do with him. What else can he prove in TNA? What else can he prove in NXT?
But they send him to the main roster. You know what they're gonna do, and they're gonna do him worse than they do him Mello.
Yeah, I was about to say. Basically, have him be languishing in the mid card and have us forget about him in about I'll say 3 weeks.
Right. Wise also says, Fudge Honor, get that title.
Yeah. Wise is treating Honor like he treats Boston.
And then the main event, which was a little surprising to me that Obafemi didn't main event the show.
Why?
Because they say the main event for the debut of somebody else in ring.
That's why. Why were you? That's what I'm saying. Why were you surprised?
I wasn't thinking on the lines that was an in-ring debut.
Especially
that's my mistake. That's my mistake. That's my mistake. I own it. That's my mistake. I should have known that. That's my girl too. I love her.
Yeah, that's what
even after what she did. Even after what she did Sunday, which we'll get into later, but I still love her.
Yeah, I say, especially if the person who did the in-ring debut. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The reason why that wasn't the main event because Flater Influence, JC Jane and Paul Hanley teamed up against Jordan Grace in the in-ring debut of Blake Monroe.
You looked pretty good in that match, actually. And I mean that in both ways. She looked good as a wrestler, and she was easy on the eyes.
Well, we know one is for sure. Not going to be a problem.
Right.
Make a long story short, Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace got the dub. And Blake Monroe pinned the champion at that.
What's the interesting part? Which sets up what happened the night after even better.
Agreed. And also you got to remember, new person, we always talk about this. New person makes their debut, they get in the win. They're not just going to be included, they're going to get the win.
Yeah, you got to make them look good on the way in. Yeah.
So you can screw them over 2 weeks later.
Oh.
Pretty much. Moving right along from the Great American Bash.
I can't disagree with you there.
Going down, making a road, make a turn. Saturday night's main event. Now, ladies and
for
gentlemen,
the exception of the beginning segment and the main event, you all could have just simply said good night to the other 1 hour and 45 minutes of that program.
Like I said, this is where you might want to have your attention arising to the three of us here, because this is where the fun begins. Opening match: Jim McIntyre versus Randy Orton.
Whoa. Opening segment. Jade Cargill flexing, and all of a sudden you got Naomi jumping them.
No, that was during the show. That was not the opening segment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was.
So we started with a snooze fest. Okay, gotcha.
On one corner, in Jim McIntyre's corner, it is the aforementioned, the internet sensational Logan Paul.
Yeah,
in the other corner, music artist, the man of Nashville, Tennessee, decided to make the trip to Atlanta with Randy Orton.
Jelly Roll. Come on now, Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll, Lord. Why?
Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton do what they normally do with each other. They physicalize each other. They do stuff like that. And RKO out of nowhere.
They have great chemistry with each other, yes.
RKO out of nowhere, and Randy Orton gets the win. And then Logan Paul does what he does best. When you're not looking,
or people.
Drops Randy Orton.
I mean, knock people out. I'm sorry.
Knocks Randy Orton out. Beats on him. Jelly Roll stands there. All right, I had enough.
Pause.
I can't stand you. I can't stand you. Jelly Roll confronts Logan Paul. Logan Paul goes for the knockout point. Jelly Roll blocks, and he drops Logan Paul. And leave the microcode to make it bigger than what it is.
Right.
Jelly Roll knocks out Logan Paul and all that good stuff. He's checking on Randy Orton, make sure Randy Orton does what he does. And then for his troubles, Claymore right to the temple. Which Cool McCain all of a sudden Randy Orton wakes up from being knocked out.
I have one thing to say about this match. I don't give a cluck. I don't give a cluck about this match or any that they did in this match.
When they set it up, I did not care about it. I'm like, okay, we've seen this before. I know they're good, and I'm sure IWC will go crazy, goo goo gaga, and casual fans will be like, oh, cool, not bad.
Logan Paul, Jelly Roll, yeah.
But we've seen a Randy Orton Drew McIntyre match, and they pretty much are the same. And that match was pretty much the same.
I wish I had a violin to play at this moment in time, but I don't. Because out there in the good old MetLife Stadium, in about 3 weeks' time, Randy Orton and Jim McIntyre will be sharing the same ring again, but not as singles competitors, but as tag competitors. Because Logan Paul and Jelly Roll will now also be involved in this match.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I get that you got to have celebrity. This is how WWE rolls. The biggest of pay-per-views, WrestleMania, SummerSlam. You got to have some celebrity influence, and of course, Jelly Roll last year at SummerSlam made a big impression. So I get the connection and I get the correlation.
You can't do no worse than Travis Scott. Oh, my bad.
You both certainly cannot.
I did not mean to stab out.
They need to remind him of Astroworld and then have him just disappear.
I've been hanging around you too long, Cole Johnson. That one's not supposed to come out.
What do you mean you've been hanging around me too long? You said it correctly. And
That was
this,
not supposed to come out. Not
and
supposed to
this
stay
the
in my
Houston.
head.
You tell the truth. You always tell the
It's-
truth. Tell the
You
truth.
said the truth.
Tell the truth. That's what we do here.
And I'm saying,
Tell the
I'm
truth.
saying this. I'm not saying it's about a fellow Houston native. Yes, Travis Scott should have no business being in a WWE ring, backstage, or office.
So after that, they went to their little commercial break and whatnot. And then when they came back, it was showing the faces of current and legends all around getting ready for Evolution. Then they finally showed Jade Cargill. And then who is that I seen walking up from the back? That's Naomi. And then a brawl ensues, which led to what happens on Sunday. And I'm just gonna leave it right there. United States title match. Solo Sikoa defending against Big Jimmy Uso. Now we knew this wasn't going nowhere because they just threw this out of nowhere. Like they just threw this in out of nowhere. Like I'm gonna ask Cool this one because one thing Cool at one point in time didn't really care about Jimmy Uso. Did you feel they did Jimmy right just by throwing him in this match out of nowhere?
No. They have done nothing but treat Jimmy Uso as if he is a fake Fatu since he's been in the WWE. Now, part of this could be his 7 drinking violations where he's been off and stuff. That could be part of it, but Jimmy's definitely treated like lesser than, I mean, shoot, to be honest, they treat him lesser than Tongaloa.
Oh, and they don't treat him all that well at all.
Yeah, I mean, what does Jimmy do? Nothing. The biggest thing Jimmy did was get beat up so that Jay could win the championship. That's the biggest contribution that Jimmy has made besides being a tag team wrestler.
Take 2 butt whoopings on back-to-back nights of last year's WrestleMania. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing Jimmy's done. He got beat up so bad leading up to WrestleMania that his brother actually won a championship. That's the biggest contribution he's made besides being a tag team champion in WWE. So, yes, they didn't do him any favors. They don't do Jimmy any favors. They treat Jimmy like they treat the Street Profits.
Break him up. I don't know what they're doing with him. I'm sorry, my bad.
If they break him up, they're just going to bury both of them.
They're burying them, both of them now.
Yeah. It's going to be buried in singles matches instead of tag team matches.
So pretty much cool what he's saying, pick your poison. You want to do it in the tags or in the singles?
Singles, because one of them is going to break out.
Only if they let him.
That's a big if.
As we see how they did.
One versus well, yeah, true. But still, 1 versus 0.
I think it's going to be 0 versus 0, sir. Mm-hmm. Unless he's going to go to another promotion that seems to be more fonder of people who might look like him and us. I don't think he's going to be a big breakout there. Fortunately,
that won't happen because the company loves his wife a little too much for that to happen.
We're getting.
I agree.
They would have to do. They'd have to do her scrape dirty for that possibility to happen.
And then Jacob Fatu returned.
What a shock! Jacob Fatu came back. So surprising. Oh my goodness. What a return. I never in 1 minute was guessed that Jacob Fatu would come out to help. The only person who cares anything about Jimmy Uso would come out to help him. Oh my gosh.
Jacob Fatu, he's such a thug. Yes, we put out his misery. Solo, get that thumb and have it do its business when you meet him at SummerSlam. Put him out of his misery. Put him out.
I did not sign up for Donald Trump to make an appearance on Monday Wrestling.
Get him back to San Francisco. We do
sometimes things just happen.
We do not need to see that yada that I mean guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I did not ask for Donald Trump to show up on this show. I didn't even think Donald Trump even knew about this show. He's too busy. He's too busy sending bombs everywhere else.
Well, he has made WWE appearances.
He has. Jedi says the only time I want to see Travis Scott on WWE television if someone knocks him out. If it's not that, I don't want it. I second that emotion, sir.
And Cole Johnson is that emotion.
Yes, I do.
Our long time listener, contributor, supporter. Yolanda's in the building. She says, "Hey,
very important person. What's up, Yolanda?"
One of our Monarch VIPs as well.
Yes.
Yolanda says, "I'm here, fellas. Did you miss me? We absolutely did. The chat is not the same without Yolanda. You know that.
Most certainly, it's not Yolanda.
You know that.
Yeah, I mean, well, the little brother had to send a message to find out. Make sure, like, you know, we're live, right? Just had to make sure.
So you couldn't just send a message. You got to get on here and tell everybody you sent the message.
I'm just saying.
It's gotta.
It's embarrassing. You just embarrassing.
Yeah, you just can just slide the message and then say, "Hey, Yolanda, I'm glad you're here."
You get what you asked for. You get what you asked for. Sorry.
You know, Yolanda's used to this. She grew up with this guy. She has to be used to this type of behavior.
Good point.
Yeah, she has to be used to it.
Hey, drag him in the comment section at one point in time. That's right. You and Key had to get dragged into the
That's fair.
comment box.
That's fair.
All right, the heartbreaker of the weekend. Seth Rollins going against LA Knights.
I know Paul hated that.
It's his fault. You got that man feuding with 8 different people.
That ain't it. He can feud with 8 different people. He has 2 goons alongside of him. It's the fact that here he is about to be 40 if he's not 40. And the dude is still doing Young Bucks moves.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
You were gonna say the same thing because you got it from him.
Gymnastics, yeah, here gymnastics, and he's too old for them gymnastics.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like Will Ospreay and change his style up.
Yeah,
come off the rope. Did not land it well. And then pretty much, if you want to know why the match ended so quick, because Seth Rollins is actually hurt, and IWC, Coach Jones, can you give me another word because you know the word I want to use, but I can't use this word because this is a family program, so I can't use the word that I want to use for IWC at this moment in time. So do you have another word that I can use?
I got one for you.
Yeah, I got mental midgets.
Mental midgets.
I've got
talking about they saving Seth Rollins to cash in. Did y'all not watch the match?
It's a work. Oh, it's a work. He's faking it. Yeah, I heard that crap.
Yeah, I've got another one for you if you want to, shoot it. Ignorant mother suckers.
That's
also
good
works.
Yeah, that works.
I was like, did y'all not see how this all of a sudden just ended all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm. I did. It was an audible that was called. You could tell it was an audible that was called.
Because LA Knight was supposed to even win that match. It wasn't Seth Rollins.
No, it was supposed to be Rollins. It was supposed to go over. Right. Which that would make the IWC even more upset because it's like, our darling gets on national television. He loses again. How dare you? How dare you crush our beloved LA Knight? Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Simpletons on the freaking internet. And yes, that word just popped in my head all of a sudden.
Simpletons. Now that also works.
If you watch how he landed, and you don't see America team that's come over to the ringside that's that fast.
No, you don't. Unless the ref.
And then you can read Seth Rollins' mouth. No, let's finish the match. Bam, BFT, there you go.
Yeah, let's go home. Yeah.
And you can look at LA Knight. When have you ever, matter of fact, Cool McCain, you one of the biggest LA Knight fans that I know. When do you ever see LA Knight react like that?
Never.
He's a pro, so you know it was something that was messed up.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
he's gonna be hurt. The other dude might as well win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, he's been doing it at least 15 years. He knows what he's doing in there. So yeah, you know something was wrong.
When do you ever see LA Knight get a win and still be mad?
Never. Until Saturday night. Never.
Yeah, because when he win, he's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will say this part. In typical Paul Levesque style, we don't know the severity of the injury yet.
But we should know it tonight. Should.
Which actually sucks, because guess who's Mr. Money in the Bank?
Therein lies the rub.
I just want to say, as far as this whole Seth Rollins thing go, there's been all these people with all these suggestions, take the Money in the Bank off of him. I want you guys to understand something very clearly. Money in the Bank is a year-long thing. So as long as he can be back in 6 to 9 months,
then you don't need to take it off him.
Yeah. There's no need to take it off of him. You don't know when he's going to come back and cash it in. You know he's out. People are saying it's the meniscus that he injured like 10 years ago. That's one of the things going around. Maybe it's either that or like an MCL, from what everybody's saying.
Yeah. I remember you tried to do a flip powerbomb with Kane, and he messed his knee up. Then, yeah.
So they're saying it might be a re-aggravation of that, or it's going to be like an MCL. I hope that it's just the meniscus, because meniscus don't ever really heal. I've actually had one injured. They don't ever really 100% heal. But even without surgery, you can get it to a, pretty comfortable. But I think he does need to back off of the circus maneuvers.
He must.
He's got to do kind of like Will Ospreay has done, and just completely revitalize your moveset. Use things that, you can still use some strikes and different things, but more of a grounding, more of a technician style, less of a flipperachi guy, because you're not 25 anymore, sir. Rue is at home, worried about dad. Be smarter. But I think you continue the storyline on. Paul Heyman is used to carrying it, because we with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns show up 4 times a year, so Paul Heyman can carry things, and then you just bring in like another member. You know what I'm saying? And you have like maybe Seth makes some appearances where he's not wrestling, but he's involved. Hopefully maybe he can do that, and I think you keep things going.
Yeah,
get well soon, Seth.
Absolutely.
We hate saying that. And don't pay attention to these simpletons on the internet.
Please don't.
These buffoons.
And that brings us to the
main
event. Looks like it's nice main event for the final time. Challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is one Bill Goldberg against Gunther. Goldberg. First and foremost, everybody, including myself, should be surprised that this match went more than 30 seconds.
Yes.
Matter of fact, it went more than 5 minutes.
I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised it went that long.
Matter of fact, it went more than 10 minutes. So that's one thing that we can scratch off the list. He actually did a match that was longer than 10 minutes. Number two.
And hadn't done one like that in over 20 years.
Number two. He didn't go for the kill shots right away.
Well, he could only go for him one time, so he had to save his energy. He knew it was going to be a long match.
You know what I mean, though. On his other matches, this is like kill shot.
Right? Yeah, he didn't throw a punch, didn't knock the guy down, then all of a sudden set up for a spear. Yeah.
All right. He had some punches thrown, some couple clotheslines. You know, we even had a tie up at one morning time, which was very interesting.
Just make sure you give Gunther a lot of love because he carried that match.
It was a man. We knew that going in, how that was going to go. We just didn't know how long. We thought it was going to be the usual, condensed version of the high spots. No, it wasn't. And Gunther did his part very well. He even got Gage involved. Now, that's Gunther actually being a heel, okay? What y'all did with Gunther Saturday night, that's actually him being a heel. Not all the other stuff that y'all been doing. Antagonizing people. Now, did we expect Gunther to put him to sleep? Probably not. But I do think that was a smart decision, though. Because how else would you put a guy like Goldberg out? For good. Put him to sleep. He ain't have to tap out. Just go to sleep. Now, here's where Paul screwed up. Didn't even give us the decency to listen to Goldberg's speech afterwards. And then we found out on the internet that Cody Rhodes came out.
She did.
And had some words for Goldberg. Mm-hmm. That's on you, Paul. And the reason why I can say that, because actually I have Peacock. I watched it on Peacock, not NBC. So you got people on NBC that watched it, and you got people on Peacock that watched it, and all of them are complaining. That means we have a problem. Go ahead, Coach Johnson.
Well, in the speech that NBC did not get a chance to see, Goldberg actually, thanked Atlanta, and of course he reminded us how important Atlanta was to his life. And he was standing in the ring with, of course, his wife, his son, and I don't know, maybe 60 different people, most of them probably from his WCW days. One of the faces that I saw, which I was surprised that I thought I'd never see it again, was Ernest the Cat Miller. I was like, oh.
Matter of fact, walked out with him.
Mm-hmm. Like, wow, all right. Because DDP was in the ring. Doug Dillinger, the head of security back at WCW, was in the ring. It was a good, and I think the speech was like maybe 5 minutes long. It wasn't prepared, and I mean Goldberg. It was like a stream of consciousness against Goldberg.
I don't think Goldberg is prepared for speeches, to be honest.
No, but for a guy who's not the strongest on the mic, he wasn't bad on it, and it was cool. It was a cool message, and then Cody basically sort of gave it the seal of approval from WWE, because that's the role he plays right now, the face of the company, and basically saying, he didn't say it, but this is basically his presence and what it meant. WWE recognizes that you are a fixture of the state of Georgia and you're a fixture of the city of Atlanta, that you're not just important to the people in Atlanta, you're important to WWE, and we appreciate and thank you for all you've done. So it was a really good moment. It probably would have been better though if it was on TV. It would have made for a better moment if it was, but it wasn't. But if you had Peacock, you got a chance to watch it.
So Paul screwed up another one. Great job. I'm not even going to give you a Paul. You're just going to get a regular Paul. You don't deserve me getting hyped today. You just, Paul, you screwed this event up.
The whole event was terrible. I agree.
Saturday night's main event was hot dog doodoo. When I was talking earlier about something just being hot doodoo trash, it was Saturday night's main event. This was not a main event. This was Saturday night's hot trash Goldberg retirement show. And you really could have just had that match in a segment. because you didn't really care about the other stuff that you put out there, and whatever would have happened in the Seth Rollins match, it still would not have been good. And congratulations for ruining another storyline that you've been trying to build with Seth Rollins, from having this man, he was already fighting hurt last year before Cody won. He had to be out for months after that. So then you come back and you want to put him in 80 matches. You want to have him fight almost every week. What do you think is going to happen with somebody that has injury history?
This is not the same exact role. Him leading the WrestleMania, he feeling like 8 different people going on the WrestleMania.
Apparently, Paul, you know what? Paul ain't got sense enough to see that. Great job, Paul.
2 years in a row.
Such a smart guy. Such a smart.
2 years in a row. You got this man fighting multiple feuds, and he gets injured doing both.
You know what? I was going to say more, but I don't feel like Paul, you and your poor booking and your poor decision making deserves more of our time, because we have a good pay-per-view, not a PLE, a good pay-per-view that we can.
We ain't done with Paul yet, but we'll get back to Paul. We're going to go over there.
We'll get back to Paul later. He don't get no more time now. We're going to go over to AEW. So AEW had a really great pay-per-view, actually. I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. And I say that with a little bit of a shock, because AEW's been a little iffy lately, right? AEW's been a little bit highlights because
it was still a long behind
highlights
show.
Of the show. It was long,
but it was a good show. Long show, but it was good.
You can't expect somebody to go from, you can't expect people to go from 7 to 10 40-minute matches, you know what I'm saying, to 5. Like, it's levels. He's trying to do better.
I gave him, it was good.
So we're gonna go over some of the highlights here. So we had the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal match. So actually, the men's and the women's were both really good. For the men's, we had Maxwell Jacob Friedman win again. He won. What a surprise!
Oh, but
this was the most clear who was going to win from the beginning. Right. That was no surprise at all. All right. So then, speaking of people that get injured a lot, we'll get to that. Adam Cole, is out injured again. It's a head injury, and this may cause him to have to retire, because he's had multiple head injuries. He was out for 2 years before with the head injury, so this may be the end of the career. He got another head injury. Talking about another guy that wrestles in too many matches, and you already know that has a fragile body. Tony Khan, I think you and Hunter might have had a little powder together for what you were doing with those two guys, because it didn't make sense either way. So he had to give up the championship. So then they had a 4-way match, right? He was supposed to originally defend it against Kyle Fletcher. So it ended up being a 4-way for the TNT championship between Dustin Rhodes, Daniel Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. So in one of my, I understand why you did it, but why did you do it moments of the night, you had Dustin win. Don't have a problem with Dustin winning. You're in Texas. That's cool. That's cool. But the guy that was actually supposed to fight for the championship doesn't even win the match. Instead, 3 throw-ins. One of the 3 throw-ins win the match. Is this good for storytelling?
Yeah, that should have been Kyle Fletcher's moment. No, that should have been Kyle Fletcher's moment.
That should have definitely been Kyle Fletcher's moment. But it is what it is. And Tony Khan, you did a horrible job with how you did that out. But it is what it is. Again, it's done. Then we had a really good match between the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. A really, really, really good tag team match. Back and forth, back and forth. But what happened to win the match? It took a combination house call hidden blade. I call it the house blade. To get rid of one of the Young Bucks and pin him. This was honestly, besides the women's match, this is probably the match of the night because they put on a show. Gymnastics all around, but if you gonna fight them gymnastic boys, you got to put some gymnastics in there. But like that house call hidden blade combo, kind of like their version of the EVP trigger from both corners. Yeah, that was it.
I was about to say
was no kicking out of that.
That match comes very. That match, the ending that match comes very close to having for it to being the moment of the night. But I know it's not. It came close, but it wasn't.
I would not disagree. And then to ask the question for one, Mr. Playmaker, we ain't gonna talk about who else in the gauntlet because that doesn't really matter. The winner was Athena, so the forever champion,
timeless,
which is a whole different argument to today. But the forever champion in Athena,
forever versus timeless. Lord have mercy.
The forever Ring of Honor Women's Champion has won the Battle Royal.
Megan Bain.
She'll be
I'm sorry, I love Athena, but Megan Bain, you have a Brock Lesnar from the women's.
I think it's still too early
on
for her.
Your roster. I get that.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why. Give her about 6 more months.
That's the thing, because it's if you win the gauntlet match, you get a chance to actually cash this in, similar to how it is with WWE and the Money in the Bank. You have like up to a year to do it.
I think
is that right? That's why I think she should have won it, because that's why I think she should have won it, and then you wouldn't have to. You basically will pencil in her unless she gets injured. She could probably main event, or not main event, but she could probably go for the AEW's Women's Championship at Double or Nothing.
Well, sir, they're going to have Athena go lose instead.
That's exactly why I said that, because I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
I think Megan Bain is going to be the one to actually at some point dethrone Toni Storm, and they want her to have another long run. So that's why they're pushing her away from the main event picture. That's my belief.
If they are doing that, that is smart. If they're doing that.
Hey, even if you sniff powder every day, sometimes you have genius moments. Just
true.
We had the Hurt Syndicate. They hurt people. They hurt people. So they had Westside Gunner, MVP.
He spat his verse. I was happy to see that.
The other dude, I always forget his name.
I was happy that MVP spat his verse
there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One other thing, I think my moment of the night, this is going to be different from everybody else's, was Will Ospreay's entrance. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, so I love the Assassin's Creed entrance that Will Ospreay did. So that might be my moment of the night for the pay-per-view, just because I'm a Assassin's Creed weirdo. But yes, that was that.
Oh, people were talking about his entrance.
But the Hurt Syndicate took care of business. They beat the Patriarchy and Jet Speed. And after the match, Nick Wayne turns on the COB, Christian.
I was going
to call him by his name.
He was about to give him a concerto. Yeah.
And then
the COB. He hit him with a Unprettier. And then he was about to give him a concerto. And here Edge back. I'm not doing the Adam Cole rated R crap. Edge came back, taking up minutes from someone who's actually young.
And here comes the brain dead moment of the night.
And then he brings in the spike bat, gets everybody out of the ring, leaves the bat with Christian, and says, "Get yourself together."
Oh, find yourself. Okay.
Yeah, technically, yeah, he said, "Go find yourself." I felt like that was so garbage. I was just gonna say, "Get yourself together," but he did say, "Go find yourself." But another,
How can you ruin a turn like that? And the messed up part is it isn't on the
Christian,
patriarchy. That's the messed up part. That's
Christian
not on the
needed
patriarchy.
to get concerto.
Yes.
That needed to
With
happen.
all the crap he's been about and done, to me, he has been the best heel the last 2 years in that company. Unfortunately, he needs to take one to the
And
he needs to take
Edge,
one to the head. He needed to.
Edge, you suck for that. You suck for that. And then what should have been the main event, but
Agreed.
after the other match, we understand why it wasn't, but it should have been the main event. Timeless Tony Storm defends the AEW Women's Championship against Mercedes Moné. I'm just going to take it to the end. Storm hit 3 consecutive Storm Zeros on Mercedes Moné. Moné kicked out. Mercedes went to the top rope. Tony Storm got her knocked down, kissed her on the mouth, and then hit a Storm Zero from the middle rope for the win. And when it says a Storm Zero, this was one of those brutal Storm Zeros. And still, AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Tony Storm. I will say this. I did pick Mercedes Moné because I didn't think they were going to end her winning streak. So hey,
I did too. I didn't think they would either.
Playmaker correctly picked Tony Storm because somebody's got to be right, which is good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even though it took me almost that darn 15 minutes to make that darn pick.
It sure did, boy. I was like, I'm gonna ask him at the beginning, give him the rest of the AEW thing to make his mind up. Good grief. But you made the right choice. That's all that matters. Okada, Omega.
My girl got like 50 belts already. She ain't need to add one more.
Yeah. Okada, Omega.
You called
actually
that
a
right.
really good match. And I did get this one right, unfortunately.
You called
Rainmaker, right. Okada wins.
And the right person won. And it's right not I hate Omega. The right person won. Yeah.
Yeah. Omega doesn't need to be a full-time wrestler anymore with diverticulitis.
No.
Diverticulitis. He doesn't
it's
need to
very
be,
hard to say.
Yeah.
He needs to be an exact in the
main event.
Rep.
Adam Page won the match by chain strangulation.
Thanks to who?
This is the Texas Death. He got help from Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and
ultimately
Swerve Strickland.
Also know that is Damon's sworn enemy. Ago,
you're gonna let a sworn enemy be the one help you win the title. It should always be on site between Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. I know the little stupid story thing and sit down crap. Tony Khan, the powder that you were sniffing when you made this call for Swerve Strickland to help Adam Page is a joke. This means you don't care about long-term storytelling. You don't care about history. You don't care about what you build up. All you care about is the whims of your cocained out brain.
Man, how long you want to do in the feud? They was already feuding for 2 whole years.
But helping him is different for not feuding with him. Understand where I'm going here, Playmaker.
I know.
He actively helped the dude that burnt down his house.
As soon as I saw Collision, I said, "Yep, there we go."
On the other end, he broke into that man's house.
Yeah, they had a nice, good old conversation on Collision.
It's all one way. I'm just saying, though he should not have came out there and helped.
It sort of makes
convince me where he should have came out and helped that man.
It does sort of make their story arc extremely weak.
Stupid. Yes.
It makes their story arc very weak now, and it's unfortunate because to me the strength of it was okay. They're two faces, but man, they did a lot of nasty stuff to each other, and they still have a bad taste in their mouth when they see the other.
But they don't have a bad
That's what
taste
was
anymore
compelling
because
about their arc. Yeah,
Well, Heyman
they don't
decided
have,
to be a
they don't have
man,
any-
go into his locker room and have a conversation with them on Collision. I was like, "Yep, that's my key right there. Yep, that's where we going."
oh
Like,
yeah. And then when he left the when he dropped the chain, which probably was the same one that they used in their Texas Death Match. Yeah, I knew then. I was like, oh, okay, so
I knew
Swerve's
on
going to have a part in this main event.
like 2
Like,
weeks ago that they was gonna do this crap, but it doesn't mean it's good. It's garbage.
I agree with you.
Congratulations for sacrificing one of the best anytime you wanted the storylines for the sake of 80 people having to help Adam Hangman win the championship. Great job, Tony Khan.
well,
I
we
hope
knew who else was going to be. John Moss was going to have 80 people help him.
I'm just saying, congratulations to Swerve had to be one of those 80 people.
Yeah.
And congratulations on your cocaine binge. I hope it was worth it.
At
Because
least you don't have to worry about Moxley running AEW no more.
I will go on record.
I did not
Best
care
thing-
if
the-
Moxley ran AEW.
The best thing AEW has ever done is that Heyman Page Swerve Strickland robbery. That's the best thing they've ever done.
I'm
Period.
saying. And you
The
just
best thing they've ever done.
nullified all that for the sake of Heyman winning the championship.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to have that type of story, you shouldn't have had the two of them go that far. If you were going to have this happen,
But
Right,
if
right,
you're
that's
sniffing powder on a consistent basis, this is the kind of stuff you do.
That's what prompted me actually put that message in the group chat. I'm waiting for one of y'all to say it because I know it's coming now. Because I saw that clip from Collision.
I knew it when I saw it. I was like, "Oh Lord, the doggone chain got dropped." Okay,
Yep. So Yolanda says it's going to be a good cash in if they let him keep it, referring to Seth Rollins.
if it's in less than
Says
9
we
months,
won't have
yeah,
a
it'd be
clue.
beautiful.
And that's what I like.
Same, I agree, Yolanda. Same.
Yolanda says it was his longest match in his history.
I'm a Goldberg.
Mhm.
Hey, man.
Talk about Goldberg.
Yolanda
He
says
went out
we
on
need
his
to-
shield. I'll give him that. He went out on his shield.
He did.
We knew Gunther was going to have to carry the match. We absolutely
Correct,
did.
ma'am.
Yolanda says I ain't even gonna lie, Matt. I had a long weekend and literally in the middle of watching Evolution. So when y'all start talking about it, I'm probably going to hear what happened from you guys.
Depending on where you at. So that's the last
That was
thing on the
great.
board.
That's a great segue.
Mhm.
Congratulations,
Wonderful
AEW. Wonderful show, but
Best card of the
nonsensical
year
part
for
of the
them.
ending. But that's
Yeah.
part of the course for AEW.
Yeah, best card of the year, but I think the main event ruined it. I agree.
It always does. It always does.
I thought y'all were gonna be happy. John Moss is well, not him, but
No.
John Moss is no longer champion. You got to worry
I
about
don't
Death
care.
Riders.
No longer
Let's
champion.
get this straight. John Moxley should never touch the AEW championship ever again. I don't give a crap if he's a baby face. He should not be near the AEW championship. He's had
He
it
did
4
put it in
times.
his face and run away.
Yeah, he had it 4 times. Yeah, he had it 4 times. He had 2 long reigns out of the 4. He doesn't need to have it anymore. So yes, I am happy he does not have the title any longer, and I'm not all that upset that Heyman Adam Page has the title. I'm with cool. I'm just extremely upset that you basically made the greatest angle and the greatest program you've ever done look absolutely weak on his face and I hate to say it this way, but it's the truth, by basically having Page and Strickland give you an ABC after school special and forgiveness.
You gotta give. So at some point, you got to give forgiveness. And
No, you don't.
Yeah, at some point you got to get there.
No, you don't. He burnt down my house.
He broke into that man's house and got that man kids having nightmares about that man.
And that's why I say they should not have gone that far. If they were gonna tell that story of redemption. So I'm sorry, you break into a man's house on one end, the other end, you burn the other man's childhood's house.
You stick a needle in a man's mouth to beat him.
After
You
the
stick a
house got
syringe
burned
in a
down.
man's mouth.
And that's before you bash the chair over his head.
Yeah, like, come on now. Playmaker over here
The
trying to
story of
defend.
Dish is cool. The story of Dish is cool, and yeah, I get it. It happens, but they made these two go to lengths where it's like I don't think any man, and I'm talking about just on the street. I don't think any man would forgive the other for doing those types of things to the other
That's what I'm saying.
ever. I don't think any
That's
man would
what I'm
ever
saying.
forgive the other. And you had each of
You've
them
been
do
put out
something
of that room or
unforgivable
punched
to
when
the
you
other.
walked in.
Right.
That was
And
the
you had
wackest.
each man right, and you had each man do something unforgivable to the
Now,
other.
that part would have happened if Will Ospreay wasn't already in the darn locker room,
Maybe.
but Will Ospreay was already in there. So
Yolanda
Oh, and
says Cody Rhodes getting help from all them
that's
people.
another
It's not about the help. It's about the fact that Swerve Strickland was one of those people.
that's another thing, Yolanda. I do think that they went the route of the WrestleMania 40s main event in that match.
Yolanda says, I'm just glad I heard what happened in AEW from y'all. Tom is still champion and Moxley is losing is all I need to know. Yes. He was there.
and the funny thing is
Danielson,
that guy
and
came
Danielson
back,
did that.
and that guy came back too.
Yes,
I'm
and
retired.
And he supposed to be retired.
And he did it, and he did his yes chance. Yes.
Along with
by himself taking out 3 people.
Yep, and he didn't care about that cease and desist order from WWE. They knew he was going to show up because they said the cease and desist order. He said, "Piss on your cease and desist." I respect it,
That.
I
do too.
I respect.
Makes me like Daniels even more.
All right, Playmaker.
Oh yes, Evolution, sir.
Now.
Evolution.
Where should I begin? Should I just go off the rails, or do I just where should I begin with this?
I like off the rails personally.
Evolution.
Paul, Triple H, Levesque, Shawn Michaels, Nick Khan. Oh yeah, I'm calling names.
Okay, so why are you going ham? Why are you going ham on the name, sir?
Did y'all market this premium live event the way that you should have?
No.
HEW Hockey Stakes, no. We didn't even know 2 of the teams are supposed to be fighting for this fatal 4-way tag team match. We couldn't confirm who's going to be in the Battle War, who wasn't going to be in the Battle War. Are we going to have a return? Are we at that? Y'all did not market this pay-per-view correctly. So I don't want to hear any one of y'all trying to take credit for this. Because this was the event of the weekend. And I'm not throwing shade at AEW. They had a great pay-per-view.
It serves them right that it was this
way.
But
this was the event of the weekend.
This was leaps and bounds better than Saturday night's main event.
It serves them right that this is the least promoted
out Saturday night's main event.
It serves them right that this was the least promoted event of all of the 3 in WWE, and this was by far the best one. Serves them right.
We had Stephanie McMahon on the hosting duties with Joe Justo, which was very interesting. They had the one Katy Perry do a video package opening for the show. It was very great, by the way. I will give y'all that. Y'all do know how to do some video packages. Maybe Tony Khan can learn from Triple H on that department. But still, y'all did not promote this pay-per-view like y'all should have. Y'all didn't promote this. Y'all didn't give this no type of bill. Now,
they were too busy promoting Saturday night's crap show.
Now, we open the show with a banger. Women's Intercontinental Triple Threat match. Becky Lynch, Lana Valkyria, and Bayley. You know what y'all showed me WWE, y'all know how to do matches without having 30,000 false finishes.
Every once in a while they do, yeah.
This was a perfect way to kick off this event. Them three ladies put on a show. And as me and Coop so eloquently predicted that Becky Lynch was going to retain the title. Oh, and by the way, she's firing back on the whole Becky Hogan nonsense now.
But it's not nonsense.
I'm just saying she's firing back now.
Becky Hogan. That's what I got to say to you.
And Coach Jones, you will love this. This what she said. Did y'all tell Tom Brady to stop losing Super Bowls? Why should I stop losing championships? So you would pick the one guy that I really don't like because he was winning Super Bowls.
Becky Hogan. That's all I got to say about that.
So Becky Lynch's thing is, as long as I'm wrestling, I'm trying to win championships.
So you're the only person that should win championships, Becky Hogan? Sounds very Terry Bolleo-ish of you. But that's why we call you Becky Hogan. Or would you like to be Becky Bolleo? Which one do you prefer? Let us know.
Yes, please.
Yes, Becky retained in a very great match. Y'all kicked off Evolution very well, if I say the least.
That was a good show.
And then so we had the brain dead of a moment, in the words of Cole Johnson from AEW. I'm gonna give you the stunning of the stunner of the moment from Evolution. NXT Women's Championship, JC Jane defending against Jordan Grace. And let's go to the stunning part. Blake Monroe hit Jordan Grace with the title.
It was the stunning moment for that moment.
Facts.
And what makes it stunning is because Blake didn't care.
No. But what I find interesting and funny about that is, now we have known this character. We saw her in AEW, and she basically ingratiated herself to the champion so she could stick the knife in him. So how was it that Jordan Grace acted like she was stupid and thought she found her best friend?
Here's the funny part. Jordan Grace asked her to be in her corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she asked for that backstabbing. She invited that backstab.
And got it because she asked for it.
Yeah, she did.
Pick your friends better.
And plus, I got a question. Is that really a heel turn?
Nope.
Because she didn't join.
She hadn't established herself as a face or a heel yet.
Huh.
What she's doing is, as Jessie Jane is feeling comfortable, now that I know for a fact, because I missed it last week. I didn't even know now that she's still the champion, that she gets to fight Marsha Semovich, and they finna combine both titles, which I'm trying to figure out why the hell we doing that.
Well, you may not remember this, sir, but we did talk about it last week.
I must have skipped that part.
You must have zoned out for that one, buddy.
Why is we trying to unite both of these damn titles?
You know what's funny about it? You even said that Jordan Grace was going to probably win so she could have both championships, but you forgot. I don't fault you, though, because, things happen. I forget stuff all the time.
See, this is why Cool McCain kept saying that WWE is actually buying TNA. This right here. A winner take all match. A winner take all match. So somebody's going to be both TNA Women's Knockouts champion and the NXT Women's champion.
More than likely it's going to be JC Jane. which is hilariously funny.
You telling me you
I would
couldn't
rather
have
do
Fallen
mine,
Henley fight Marshall Sanders for the TNA title?
but-
Didn't do that.
Well, they wanted to award JC Jane for not only being a part of Fatal Influence, but being part of Toxic Attraction.
No, the reason why they're doing that because they're trying to convince us to actually pay attention to JC Jane because they know what the internet has been saying about JC Jane.
Guess what? It doesn't matter what you do. Piss on JC James, no matter what. You're not gonna make it happen.
She looks like
You
an
can try
80s.
all you want. It's not gonna happen.
Well, what did IWC say? She looks like a 80s male rock star.
She's the most beatable champion out of all the champions ever.
So she looks like an 80s male rock star. Gotcha.
Teenage male rock star.
The most beautiful.
There's no way
NXT's ever had. Really?
Whoever said that they need to be drug tested right now, I'm like fully drug tested. I need you drug tested every single day of the goddamn week.
Yeah,
Don't
Tony Khan must.
Don't let me go down a list of the NXT Women's Champions. All right.
Tony Khan must have got a hold of a keyboard and said that.
And by the way, guess what? Whenever she's done, whenever WWE and Shawn Michaels is done with JC Jane, the NXT Women's Champion will become glamorous. Trust me on that.
Eventually. And Wise actually earlier said something that I think I agree. She'll probably get a hold of that championship, and she will become the leader of Fatal Influence. I can see that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was saving it for this moment.
I missed that comment.
Absolutely could happen.
I could see that. I can totally see that.
So Yolanda got a couple I'm gonna throw out here right quick. Playmaker. Yolanda says, "Oh, he did. I missed that part." And then she says, "Beyonce, All-Star Game, and WWE all in the A this weekend. Crazy traffic."
Actually,
I bet it was. Ooh.
Crazy traffic because you had Beyonce.
Yeah, he got crazy traffic without that.
You had Beyonce there going into the weekend, and then you had WWE during the weekend, and now you have the All-Star Game.
All-Star Game tomorrow. Tonight and tomorrow, actually. Yeah.
Home run derby's going on, and then the All-Star Game tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, it's a pushback on that crap that Cole Johnson said about whatever somebody said about her. Matter of fact, she wasn't even the most beautiful one in Toxic Attraction. That would actually be the leader of that group.
Right. And I agree with Yolanda too. She's not all that attractive. Shouldn't have been in Toxic Attraction in the first place. Seriously, I mean, she literally looks like those heavy metal lead singers. That's exactly what she looks like.
And matter of fact, her partner in Toxic Attraction is much better looking than her.
Gigi Dolan. Well, the former Gigi Dolan. I'm sorry, Priscilla Kelly now. Yeah.
The nonsense from the internet.
Well, they'll give you nonsense.
Oh Lord, B still there? Good gracious! How many shows are you doing there?
Nope.
How many shows are you doing there? That dog.
She getting that the bank, baby. She said she got to be in places for multiple nights. She is Beyonce.
Getting it in. Yeah, she getting it in. I got
all right
stadiums. I got to get it in.
All right, here we go. Very entertaining match for the women's tag team titles. And they actually make the right call. I went with a bias pick. Okay. Okay. You know what? Cool. I think my bias picks are not working out for me.
Your bias picks don't work out. I knew who was going to lead that match for the championships.
I don't think my bias picks are working out for me.
Your unbiased picks are pretty spot on, but your biased ones?
Yeah, it wasn't a big enough moment for it to change hands.
No. Not with the teams they were facing. They weren't facing
right. And the teams are facing. Yeah.
They made the right pick. They made the right pick. They made the right pick because
they had like a drop of water back together, so they won't ready.
It's not that. It's the storyline they need to tell, which I completely ignore.
No, I get that too, but I'm just saying, even so, look at the opponents.
No.
Like when we got Charlotte and Alexa and them, I'm like, it's gonna be one of those two teams. I'm gonna go with them keeping the belts. It didn't even matter who the other two teams was. It never mattered.
Right. Now, if it was the two of them, then I would say the title will change hands. But I agree with you.
If I might need to stop doing bias picks here because my bias picks are not hitting whatsoever.
You do you, playmaker. That's what you do, big dog. You do you.
Look, my bias picks are not working out for me, man.
If you want to do a bias pick, be biased. Shoot.
Well, unlike some people, I can actually admit I had made a bias pick. Everybody else was like,
they make bias picks. I make bias picks all the time.
I'm saying for other people, I'm talking about the national media. They try to sound like they don't make bias picks. I can come on here and say I made a bias pick. I was being biased, was fully 100% 10 toes down biased for Charlotte and Alexis.
Yes, you
will be, and you will be when in 3 weeks they'll go for the gold again in SummerSlam.
Probably so.
Yeah, if they go for the gold again in SummerSlam, I'm definitely gonna be biased again. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, I ain't really.
But let's keep working this magic right now on SmackDown for a minute. Let's keep working this magic. And Charlotte's having fun.
It's the key right there.
Charlotte is having fun.
Not only having fun, but you're actually starting to see her actually be her normal self, her real self outside of the ring, being infiltrated into her character. Because for a long time she has looked extremely plastic and fake. And now she's actually looking like a regular, normal human being. And it's actually refreshing to see.
And all you're not able to see. I never thought they could do something to make me like Charlotte. Yeah, you found out the hard way, didn't you?
This gonna make me like Charlotte that outfit the other week.
However, she still looks like she could pass for the sister of Carmella.
Twin sister. And don't get it twisted. Carmella's a pretty woman. So
I ain't saying nothing.
No, I'm not saying anything to y'all. I'm just saying in general. Carmella's a pretty woman.
Mm-hmm. She is.
No, she's a pretty woman. Mm-hmm. We ain't hating on Mella's money over here.
I have a new favorite tag team. That's all I'm doing. I have a new favorite tag team. I'm loving this duo.
And I don't think you're alone in that.
I am loving. And yes, by the way, that Atlanta crowd said, "We want Charlotte."
They were hot for her. I think the only person they were as hot like that for was Rhea, maybe. And there was a bigger pop, obviously, than that, but still. I never thought I would hear a "We Want Charlotte" chant, and here we are, almost 3 months removed from that WrestleMania debacle.
That was a debacle. I must admit, that was a debacle. That was a debacle. But it was a debacle on so many different levels and different reasons.
Oh, yeah. No question. And not all on her either.
And matter of fact, that other person stung her pretty well after that Chicago crowd got to her first.
Yeah, a word right in the kisser punch.
But yes, I have a favorite duo now, and they make the right call. We're gonna build up this tag team of Raquel and Roxanne, and we're gonna wait for one Liv Morgan to return,
so we can really blow them up. Unfortunately, I
will say this. I am liking how Finn is playing all this. Finn is. What you mean? Oh. I had a shoulder injury, and it took me 8 months to get back.
Finn is loving this. Any dig he can get to Liv, he loves.
I'm loving Finn doing this, dude. It's like we'll be fine when Liv gets back. We'll still be a family.
He knows full well they won't. He knows full well they won't.
Finn's the mastermind behind all this, by the way.
Mm-hmm. He is.
All right, now it's time for me to shock Cole Johnson, not shock my coach, because you already know how I feel about this. But I'm gonna shock Cole Johnson. WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton defending against Trish Stratus. Y'all did not see me put a post out about Trish Stratus being on Evolution. They actually found a way to put Trish in a match that I could care less about.
And many people feel that way about you, not necessarily because of Trish, but because of her opponent.
Cole Johnson knows me, and he knows the fact that Trish Stratus is number one on my list.
Of all the women, the other women wrestlers, yeah, that's the one you have talked about in the highest of terms. And understandably, I get why.
And they find a way for me to watch her and not be excited.
Your first crush T-shirt. I liked it.
She ain't wrong.
I definitely feel like it was trying to rock and roll.
What sucks about that, and I'm mildly shocked. I'm not really surprised, but the reason why you felt that way is because you have WWE. It could be Paul. It could be somebody else. They seem to have strapped a rocket on Tiffany Stratton's back that's kicking on all cylinders, that she can't be touched. But she has these matches where you wince a couple of times in it. And in that particular match, I winced a couple of times.
Ain't even that. It's the fact that when y'all let EO pick Rhea, you saw what I said. You let her pick Rhea. Out of all the people that she could have picked, you picked the one person who has the most to gain when it comes to you. Then we flip over to SmackDown, and Tiffany is talking to Jade, and we have a surprise for you in the Trish. I'm like, oh, yeah, she's picking Trish for a title match. Why is y'all gonna give me a title match with Trish when I know she's not winning the title? That doesn't do me any favors.
Well, we have to get a nod to the past with someone who actually can contribute in the ring, and we can give her a participation trophy.
Can you do a match when there's no certain outcome to be known?
No.
Well, with WWE, they want to insult your tools, mine, and other people's intelligence. They want us to believe that we can hold out hope that a woman who will be 50 in 3 months can beat the woman they think is the standard bearer in all of WWE.
There was plenty.
If those people from WWE haven't been watching this show ever since the start, you can't assault me and Koo's intelligence because we just sit here and look at you, be like, we already know.
Not gonna stand in the
way. I gotta give you mad props for that one. That was a good one, man.
And Koo McCain was sitting here and jokingly trying to like, hey, it's Trish, man. She's gonna be on TV. Yeah, but she's finna lose. That's the problem.
I mean, we knew that from the jump. Like when she said it, we was like, "Come on."
Yeah, like okay.
You're not losing the belt to Trish Stratus. Like,
cool. So yes, cool. They're giving Tiffany a pass. Right. Basically, the instructions to Tiffany was, all right, you got maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Make her look good. Don't hurt her. Do your thing.
And it's Tiffany time.
I'm starting to hate that damn thing now.
They keep going. I will say they keep going with this. They will probably have to turn her back heel because I think the act is starting to wear thin.
This is,
and I think the act is becoming more overbearing than the eye candy that she presents. Because that's the reason why she became a babyface.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah. That's the reason why she became a babyface. Wow, she looks hot.
She looks hot, but the matches is not living up to the hotness.
And then that's the other issue. So
maybe thought she could learn something by wrestling Trish.
Yeah. So the character's overbearing, and then the stuff you see in the ring, it's like, it's okay. And sometimes you almost have to wince and say, maybe you should. For instance, the suplex into the backstabber. Now, the way that move was executed, it made me think, wow, I I'm surprised that Trish actually said, okay, I'm willing to take that bump. But that thing looked like that thing looked horrible in execution. You can't be saying that about the WWE Women's Champion, but unfortunately, you're starting to say that about her more and more now.
And that's why you said that match at WrestleMania wasn't all on Charlotte.
Exactly, because it was not all on Charlotte.
But in all truth, they're still going to push her to the moon. It don't matter.
Agreed, because she's young, she looks great. She obviously has favor with the office, and so that's exactly cool. You're exactly right. She's still gonna get pushed to the moon.
Y'all better change your mind in 3 weeks. That's all I got to say.
And here's the problem: I don't think they will, because I don't think they're going to have her drop the title to Jade.
They're not.
They better.
She's not gonna.
Don't y'all play with her.
Now, if you now they do something like add Bianca to the match, then maybe you might see that title get dropped.
Oh, Cole Johnson, you is the perfect guy to segue to that very next match. No Holds Bar. Naomi versus Jade. Bianca Belair, the special referee. And guess what? Cool. Did you feel the attention from the internet? Did you feel the people just waiting? They just wait. Bianca's back? Oh, they just wait. They had the keyboards in their laps. They were waiting. They was like, yeah, here we go. They had the evil smile that Coach Johnson just like to have. They were waiting. They were waiting. They were waiting for it.
Here's the turn. Yeah. Wrong.
They were salivating for
it. Ruling. Mm-hmm. And Bianca couldn't have played it more straight than she did.
That was a straight up match with two women beating the crap out of each other.
And Bianca wisely stepped back and let those two women beat each other to pieces.
To the point where we got a super jaded through the table. And Bianca Belair nicely calmly counts to 1, 2, 3.
And now for the next 3 weeks, we'll be hearing Jade still sucks in the ring. She does not even deserve a WWE title shot, let alone be the WWE Women's Champion by the time we get to SummerSlam. She needs to go either back to AEW or go to NXT. Blah, blah, blah. Shut the F up.
My response to that would be, for all you people who are saying that hot alcoholic beer urine all over you, that's what you deserve.
I'm going to leave it like that, because if I was to say what I want to say, it won't be pretty. So I'm going to keep it PG. Let's talk about it.
There you go, Hollywood Trick.
Hey, I had to throw that one in there. That was too good of a movie not to.
It was.
All right. So are we going to count this as a mispick by me too? Because we're going to the Battle Warrior. Because as soon as we got done with the show, Monday Night Raw, they killed my whole prediction just that fast.
How could any of us not know it was going to be Stephanie Vaquera that was going to come out the victor in it?
I wasn't thinking about Stephanie. I said Oscar's
that's the
finally.
thing.
I was thinking Oscar's. Yeah. I was saying Oscar's finally back, and we didn't even know what team on Raw was going to be.
The problem was we didn't know like everybody. I think I picked either Vaquera or Julia. I picked one of them. I can't even remember which one. But the problem is we didn't have enough information because they didn't make things out there for us.
Which goes to your point when you began, Playmaker, about the problem of evolution.
Yeah.
I'm picking Oscar. I ain't even thinking about them putting the Kabuki Warriors back together. They didn't even cross the thought of my mind.
I'm glad they are back together. They're an awesome team.
And
I think
Kyrie gets that makes it cool. I was like, Well, there go my pick for the Battle Royal already. They killed that. They killed that in 10 minutes.
Yep.
It took 10 minutes of Raw to kill my pick. I'm like, God dog. Not the actual show. The Raw. They killed my pick on Raw.
Yeah, the match they had on Raw. Yeah.
I was like, are you serious? God dog it. Dang. I couldn't even make it a Sunday before y'all killed my pick.
Nah, bro.
No, that same night that you said it, we killing it right then and there.
But even
They
though,
love you, man.
Yeah, but even though Stephanie Becker was the winner, I think it's safe to say I think we may have seen a slight come up of one last legend.
The Legends of Lash.
Before we get there, there was a point in the match here. I'm gonna put moment of the match, not moment of the show, but moment of the match.
The match.
You know, Chelsea Green doing Chelsea Green things, and Lola Vice didn't like what she was trying to do, and
oh Lord, I know where you're going with this.
And then once Lola Vice and Nikki Bella did what they did to the Hurt Service, they showed Chelsea Green how it's really done.
Now we have a match between Chelsea Green and Nikki Bella tonight on Raw.
Oh, that was announced. Thank
Yes.
you, Adam Pearce. I hate you for that. Yes. Matter of fact, Chelsea Green's on SmackDown. What?
Sir, I keep telling you, you keep running around talking about this person on SmackDown, this person on Raw. They don't care about it. Why do you?
They don't, because LA Knight on tonight too.
Exactly.
You don't want to care about Raw versus SmackDown. WWE definitely don't.
They don't want to be calling for blanks, please. Do what you say and mean what you
They mean
say. What you mean and mean what you say.
But you can go wherever you want when they decide you can.
God darn it.
Long-term storytelling. Y'all boy Paul.
But
we had more crossover than we did with Vince when he was having sex with everybody backstage.
Oh Lord.
Now back to Last Legend, who single-handedly picked up Nia Jax.
We're pretty good doing it. I was surprised.
Lash don't look bad doing anything though, to be honest.
Agreed. 100% agree.
Yeah.
But we knew going in who was going to win this match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For any of us to think that Stephanie Vaquer was not going to be the victor in it, we all should be ashamed of ourselves.
Now, Last Legend did get that Devil's Kiss to get eliminated, which was a very unique way of eliminating somebody.
I just want people to think about the visual of Lash Legend receiving the Devil's Kiss from Stephanie Vaquer.
It was beautiful to see it too.
And go back to that moment.
Yeah.
Tranquilo.
Hey, don't worry. The whole entire crowd of Atlanta did it for us. We ain't need Booker T.
It sure did. It sure did.
Hey, way better. Hey, we ain't need Booker T. Atlanta got it covered for us.
Man.
That crowd was nice.
Vaquer, she moves to Clash in Paris for a title shot.
Yes. Against Io Sky or Rhea Ripley.
They never said who though. They never said who. That's the interesting part. I mean, she can pick. It can be anybody. That's a champion.
That's true. Yeah, she could. Yeah, she could go to SmackDown and challenge for that title. That's true.
Makes that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the main event. I had somebody ask me, "What do you think will be the main event?" That's obvious.
Man.
That's obvious what's gonna be the main event. I mean, we talking about Mommy here. Like, Mommy's going to main event. Like,
man, Io and Rhea, they tore the house down.
Woo!
They tore the house down.
But then we get to the important part of the night, though.
Match of the year. I'm gonna say it right now. That was the match of the year to me.
That was a very good match.
Oh my. And but yes, this is why I said the moment of the card happened in the main event.
It did, but these two ladies,
they tore the house down.
Could y'all envision a swap here due to the what happened on Saturday night's main event? Because I feel like Seth Rollins would have came out with one of those championships if he did not get hurt last night on Saturday night's main event.
My
He would have got
thought
a championship.
was, my thought was they was gonna have like a squash match, and maybe Goldberg was gonna win it, but somehow Gunther gets some damage on Goldberg, and I actually thought Seth was gonna cash in that night. I actually thought that.
My thought is just wild theories. You know how I do. I throw out some wild theories every once. I'm a wild dude. You know what I'm saying? I think that they said we need to have one of these cashed in this weekend. We got like 80,000 pay-per-views. We got 11,000 hours of PLE programming for y'all for WWE. So I think we had to get a cash in.
You need a shock moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to have a shock moment. Yeah.
We didn't get it because I think it was gonna be Seth, but we didn't get it
was
because of the injury. So they said, well, we're not gonna do Seth, we'll do Naomi. And all this did was add more fuel to the last name need to be Fatu to get over in WWE fire.
These two ladies with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky beat the holy hell out of each other.
They did. Just like we talked about on Great American Bash, were they able to walk out, like for real? You know what I'm saying? After the adrenaline was gone, were they able to walk out? Did they need wheelchairs to their cars?
Oh no, they carried each other. They carried each other out.
Yeah. They
I know. I'm just saying, like when they're
lean on the other when they walk back out the ring.
When the adrenaline wore off, could they walk though? Because
they did not hold back on the other. I'm like, oh my God, you two really do trust each other, and you all just going full out.
I just have to. I can't wait no longer. I just have to.
And then they decided to do WrestleMania 31 all over again.
Proceed.
After Rhea hits a Spanish fly on Io and they lay prone on the mat, we hear that beautiful music. And the State Farm Arena goes absolutely ballistic as Naomi runs out with the briefcase.
I don't even say run. I would say power because she was still feeling the effects of that table.
But she was still running, she was limping, but she was running still though.
Naomi needs like a new nickname. She's got like all-time cakes or something. Like this woman has been caked up and caked out since day one as a fuck the freaking dactyl, and still
it's gotten better by the year. I'll say that.
Oh my goodness.
Cakes have gotten better by the year.
Naomi bashes Io Sky in the head with that briefcase. Throws Rhea Ripley into the pole. She falls out the ring. Split-legged moonsault. 1, 2, 3. And new women's world champion,
heavyweight champion,
Naomi.
Man.
And guess who she got away from?
Jade Cargill. So storyline wise, that actually was a brilliant move. Storyline wise,
Jade wins the rivalry. Naomi wins the night.
Wins the war and the night. Wins the war and the night. Yep.
Now let's not remember she got away from Jade, but there is somebody that's on Raw.
She hasn't got. Well, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she made some new enemies just that fast.
I mean, she made 2 new enemies, but Bianca
She made 2. Well,
she ain't gonna be on Raw.
Yeah, Bianca's on SmackDown.
They're gonna have a way. Y'all remember?
But I'm thinking they're gonna have to probably switch it to Raw. But yeah. But I'm gonna say Naomi made 2 enemies overnight in that match.
Rhea's gonna come out tonight and say you did the right thing because if you have the championship, if you have the briefcase, you are supposed to cash it in. But now I'm going to always be on top because I'm mommy.
You're still holding something I want.
Yeah. And another thing is Rhea Ripley still hasn't beaten Io Sky.
And we're not even talking about it because of Naomi. We're not even talking about it.
Yeah. I was about to say Rhea still has not broken through on beating Io. And what's so messed up, she hit the riptide on Io, had her pinned, Oh, but the drop kick that happened moments before that Io delivered on the ref had no referee to count it.
So they gave her the Randy Orton treatment.
Yeah. And still they made and then still made Rhea look strong. Had Io hit the over the moonsault on Rhea, referee counted 1-2 kick out. So the two of them looked really
It's real
smart.
the first person
Not
to
the
actually kick out of that over the moonsault.
I can't remember seeing anyone else do it. I really can't remember anyone else. I would say Raquel probably did it in NXT, but I don't remember seeing it.
By the way, I did a poll question. Who does the better moonsault? Tiffany Stratton or Io Sky?
Tiffany's is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Io's is more effective.
Yeah, Io's looked like it hurt.
Yeah. With Io, it looks like I wouldn't want to take it because I would probably be hurt. Tiffany looks pretty. Hence the name. But yeah.
Look, there are some polls, and I think Io's is winning with the public.
Mm-hmm. So I think Eos is more effective. Yeah.
I know one thing what my brother said when we was talking about it. When Io actually jumps off something, she literally jumps off.
Mm-hmm.
She actually jumps off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, her move looks like it hurts when she lands it. Yeah.
So it's literally gravity bringing her down.
Mm-hmm.
So just wanted to throw that out there. See how. But yeah, most people Io, and somebody in chat said Io.
I don't disagree.
All
You got a
right.
couple comments? Let's get through these real quick. Yolanda says it was just to give us as many women to feel this PLE, talking about the tag team match.
15.
Completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised to see the crowd cheer for Charlotte, Yolanda says as well.
Agreed.
And Yolanda talking about me saying the shirt, Trish wore the short to say it too. Yolanda says, calm down, fellas, laugh out loud. Things was getting that battle royal. That battle royal did some things.
Hey man, when you have a Lola Vice in there and have them hips moving, you must watch.
And then you end the match with to me, Stephanie's signature move. Yeah. On Last Legend at that.
The TS Skip says, what up, what up? And she says, Io.
Disagree.
I just want to say, Stephanie Vakir, thank you. And thank you for doing it to Last Legend. The angles. The movement. I'm just saying. Spectacular.
I can't disagree or argue with you on that, bro.
Oh, and by the way, Chelsea Green got it first because she interrupted the first attempt that was going to happen. It was going to be Nikki Bella that was going to get it.
Chelsea getting it wasn't bad, but they didn't have the same effect as last year.
No, what I'm saying is it was supposed to be Nikki Bella was supposed to get it first.
It was good. It got delayed.
Yeah, but Nikki Bella still wouldn't have been Last Legend.
No.
I mean, nothing compared to Last Legend because that's how Stephanie won the match.
Oh.
She did on the apron and kicked her off.
But cool is saying which one you want to look at. Nikki Bella, Last Legend. I'm with Cool, Last Legend.
100 times out of 100.
100
1,000 out of 1,000. Million out of a million.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Shout out Real Wise Radio.
And by the way, if y'all asking for us to rank it, Evolution is number 1 on my list.
Easily.
All In would be number 2. I'm gonna give them their respect they are due over NXT, but trust me, It was
No
not
main event
easy,
last.
and a distant, and I do mean distant fourth.
We didn't even get out the starting block. Saturday night's main event.
They couldn't be lower than fourth, so they fourth. But if they could be lower, they would be.
We would put them lower. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, if I could, I'll put them down to 100 if I could.
Yes. That card was horrible.
They're definitely in tier 3.
This has been a Going Through the Motions production. Yeah.
Sponsored by Paul and Saturday night's main event.
Oh my gosh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good people watching, we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
If you know other fans of professional wrestling, AEW, WWE, NXT, tell them to slide through, catch the show with your peoples. You don't get to watch.
Oh, and one more thing.
Watch their replay.
And one more thing. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, put 3 premium events in the same weekend.
Well, I think we're going to be seeing that again eventually.
We're going to see 2 in a weekend at SummerSlam.
I'm fine with 2.
It's SummerSlam for
I'm
sure.
fine with 2. 2 is good. You did 3.
You never know. They might mess around and do an NXT event, an NXT show for SummerSlam.
That should be 2.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. You saying SummerSlam is 2. I don't count SummerSlam as 2 different shows. I count it as one big behind show that is split up in 2 days.
Well, if it's more than one day, I count it as 2 shows personally. So
It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. They're making 2 days for SummerSlam. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's going to be Royal Rumble soon.
And Royal Rumble, they're talking about it being 2 days too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Survivor Series.
And Survivor Series.
Not too far behind.
Oh, they want those 4. Those are the big 4. They want them to be 2 nights because that's more what?
Money.
Cash money. That money.
More
money. Yeah. That money. That's what it's all about.
More money. Yep.
Paul
loves money.
That's obvious.
I bet that's the color he sees.
Paul does love black women, but not black men.
I was wondering when you was going to say that. I was wondering how long it was going to take you to say that.
I'm going to leave that alone.
I've been holding that one all night.
You've been holding that one in. Oh no, you've been holding that one in for the longest.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
About a year, yeah.
He loves black women, but not black men. Yeah, ask Booker T. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I thought you were gonna leave that alone.
He didn't mean to say it, man.
That's what I said. I didn't mean to say it.
He didn't mean to say it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say it.
We all sometimes have some slip out. We don't mean to say. You know what I'm saying?
He said he was gonna leave it alone. I mean, it's not. He could have just kept it in his head like I did earlier in the show.
That was his intention, sir. That's why he slipped out.
I mean, I don't know. You said that was his intention, but I don't know. Did he have intention to not bring up the fact that Paul don't see color?
I don't know. We have to ask this gentleman.
Well, he sees color.
Because I don't want to assume anything for this gentleman. I can just ask him.
Oh no, he sees color.
He definitely sees color.
He sees color. I know he sees one color, and we just talked about it just a minute ago. Green.
Daring you, Paul, and your stupid antics, and your need to crush the Street Profits
and the New Day.
Which is actually surprising coming for you because you can't even stand to do that at the moment in time.
I'm not be able to stand New Day since they got rid of the only one that was a threat to anyone.
The No Day.
New Day sucks. We know that. Still did them wrong. You made them champs, and then at least they won on the pay-per-view.
Had a
Or
lackluster
PLE.
reign. Yeah.
The Dad
Had a
Blaine Street
lackluster reign
Profits
after
never
that.
got to appear on a PLE as champs.
Didn't even win it on a PLE either. That's what makes it even worse.
Then win on a PLE, then defend on a PLE, and then you got Fed White twice in 3 weeks.
Didn't lose it on one.
And he had me and Kuda sit here like, yep, y'all done. Y'all done.
Yep.
Like we ain't even fight it. Yeah, y'all done.
Yep. I was singing End of the Road when the match started. Yolanda says all men love black women. That is not wrong. I cannot argue that with you at any time.
Can't argue that either and won't.
Anthony says, is it me or Naomi trying too hard?
I feel that way. I don't see it that way.
No,
yeah, I think she's
trying
doing something different. And she really buying into it.
Yeah, I think it's just something different. Not necessarily she's trying too hard. She's doing something different.
Yeah.
And it's working. Obviously.
Same thing with Charlotte. Charlotte ain't trying too hard. It's just working.
Right.
When you allow these people to just be another part of themselves, you start to see how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yolanda said it's you.
Yeah, because no one thought she had this in her. And she's proven us all wrong. And I'm glad she is.
I am impressed with Naomi and what she's doing. Like this character, I'm impressed. It's so different from what we've seen from her before. It is impressive.
And whoever thought about using the Casper receiver caution?
Like, man, I've said in other spaces. Yeah, I've said in other spaces. I'll say it here. I say I don't care what she does. I don't care if she's a heel. There's no way I'm gonna boo that woman. No way. Zero.
Never lied. I supported that woman through the glow phase.
I did too.
If you support through that, then you support through anything.
I did too.
Because the glow phase was crazy. Way too long.
The glow phase where it's her, that was a dancing personality.
Well, it lasted too long.
8 years. Yeah,
like that's how she got recognized though. So
true.
I can see why that was too long. That's what she got recognized for.
I have no comment for that.
I'm sorry, I'm just giving you the backstory. She was a dancer for the Atlanta matches. I'm sorry.
I knew she was a dancer for the Atlanta matches, so that's why she came in as a Funkadactyl. I was aware of that. I'm just saying I have no comment on that. I'm just gonna say it was too long of a phase for her. And I'm gonna enjoy that.
I can guarantee you this. Hopefully we would not give you another 2-hour show because of Paul.
So we are signing off, good people. Always remember, it is never where you start. It is always where you finish. For my guy, the playmaker, got to go this way. And for Mr. Cole Johnson, it's your boy Cool McCain, Monarchs of Wrestling. You'll get the two of us again next week. But guess what? There'll be lots of tomfoolery involved. Promise you. You know why? Because that's who we are.
And no, Rhea's not fading out.
Yeah, Rhea's not fading out. You just got to do something different. Can't be the same people all the time. We all good people. Come tune in with us next week.